Alrighty, YouTube, we're back for the 8th and final round. If y'all have been sticking with me through the video, appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. This is, again, a little bit different than what we usually do. Just a special event. Well, this is the last round. There is a small chance that if we win, I believe there's going to be two X2s that make top 8, so... obviously we're just gonna play it out either way. I just want to take a look. Yeah, so our opponent's also 5-2. All right, so we'll see what happens. Chance we make top 8 if we win, but we're just gonna go ahead and play it. So, won the die roll, so we'll go ahead and choose to play first. Opponent appears to be revealing a companion. We'll see what that is. Luris of the Dream Den. We have a hand that has one land, no Cascade spells, so we're going to go ahead and take a mulligan pretty easily here. And we have a bunch of lands and no Cascade spells. We do have Borrower into Teferi. Luris could mean Mill, could mean Boggles, could mean Hammer Time, could mean a bunch of different things. I wonder if I'm willing to keep a hand like this. Honestly, I think I am. We just get to curve Valki into Teferi on the play. I'm going to keep this and just put back a fetch. Saying's not ideal, obviously, because we are missing a Cascade spell, but... I think I am okay keeping this on 6. Because we have a bit of interaction. Again, just curving Valki into Teferi could be good. Sea Chrome Coast. Huh. So, Merfolk, maybe? Well, we're going to find out. We are going to find out what's going on over here. Drannith Magistrate, 2 Force of Negations. Alright. I'll take a Force. Or I'll take a Drannith Magistrate. So this is their hand right now. This is the island they revealed, right? Yeah, it is. So Spirits, maybe? I'm not quite sure. Let's go ahead and get a Breeding Pool. It's going to jam Tef. Kind of force them to use this force. Maybe I'm not supposed to play the Tef knowing they have force, but this at least guarantees me a 2-for-1. Yeah, they pitch force. Question is, do I want to attack into a potential 1-drop? I think it's fine. Okay. Drew a Simian. Now I think I might just pass. Because they're way more likely to have a 2-drop. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. If they decide to crack the Grove, I'm going to respond to the Grove being sacrificed and bounce the Vial. Because I want to bounce this Vial anyways. Okay. And I'm probably going to force it on the way back down. Most likely. No, I changed my mind. Okay, that I will dispute. So blue-white Merfolk, I see. Okay. How about another Brazen Borrower? Just going to try and erase them, I guess. Attack for 2. Probably cast a Borrower end of turn. Let's try and race them with 2 borrowers. What did they reveal? Lord of Atlantis. Sure, that's fine. So I'll take 3. I'm actually going to offer this trade too. I think that trade's good for me. Gives them a Draenith Magistrate, but we have a borrower to bounce it anyways. I mean, obviously, it's just easier if I just find a Cascade spell, but... Commandeer is not ideal. 11, and then we have a 2-turn clock. 5... 3, 5, 11. Next turn, they 5 us to 7. Cast Borrower. Attack for 6. Block there. Yeah, this works. It's going to be a little dicey if they find another Lord. Because I'm just going to hardcast this Borrower. It's not ideal. Now what? What are my outs? So my out is exactly Violent Outburst. So I let this resolve. Take 7, go to 5. End step, Hardcast Borrower. Untap, Violent Outburst. The +1 makes it an 11-point attack, and then I can use the minus to tick down on the untapped creature. So that's my out, I think. If I try and bounce something in combat, they can just violate back in. So I don't think there's a reason to bounce anything here. Because if I bounce the Lord, yeah, they just put it back in. I don't think that's a winning line. Just going to do this and hope to draw Violent Outbursts. Not draw Violent Outbursts. So we are dead. Because they have unblockable creatures because we have violence. Alright, well, game 1. I mean, if I'm going to lose a game to Merfolk, I would expect it to be game 1. This matchup gets a lot better after sideboarding, though. I think I want Disputes to fight over their counterspells. Could potentially bring in Wear Tear as well. I'm on the play so I can shade the caverns. I think I want all the borrowers. I kind of like all the forces too, although I could see shaving a force. Could also just cut all the forces and play some Wear Tears. Honestly, I think that's probably better. Because they probably have some sideboard cards that Wear Tear is good against as well. And it just killing Aether Vial is huge. Because killing Aether Vial is huge because it forces them to play cards in their turn into your Fire Spouts. So I'm going to do this. Alright, choose to play first. Definitely going to keep this hand. I don't think I'm going to jam on turn 1. Depending on what they do. Or turn 2, excuse me. Depending on what they do. Also depending on what I draw. So I can get a... probably a Jeskai Triome. Pithing Needle. Alright, I'll respond. I think I'm down to just get Jeskai Triome. Yeah, They're going to name Tybalt. Glad I brought in these wear tears. It's fine. Don't particularly care about that right now. I'll just play this. Tapped, pass. Now we just need to find a wear tear, and we should be good to go. I could have jammed an Ardent Plea there. But without the wear tear in hand, I don't want to necessarily spew a Spirit Guide for it. Like, now I can just put a Tybalt into play. And then that means if I find a wear tear, it ends up being a lot better for me. So I'm going to do that. I know I can't activate it, but... Okay, pass turn. And we just have 2 sweepers in our hand. So once we find a Borrower or a Teferi or a wear tear, we should be good to go. That doesn't matter too much. I think I'm going to cast Supreme Verdict here because it is kind of a beating if I cast Fire Spout and they have Force of Negation into another Lord. Well, is it though? I cast Fire Spout. They Force of Negation, pitch a card, play another Lord, I take 8, go to 6, and then next turn I just Verdict without having to use a Spirit Guide. It's actually probably better if I'm being honest. So they force this, next turn I Verdict. And then just, we're fine. We got a 2-for-1, next turn we'll get a 3-for-1. They're probably going to attack us, I would assume. Yeah. 6. No, this one can't be countered, even if they have another force. And we drew the wear tear. So maybe I lead on wear tear. Yeah, because I can cast both. This. See if they want to force that. Maybe I'm supposed to upkeep that. Now I can just tick up. Doing this to try and hit a land to see if I can not pitch to cast the Verdict. Now we're at 6. If they play any creature, we can just Tybalt it. They could have another Pithing Needle. It's about the only way they're getting out of this, I would assume. Alright, now I'm just going to... I think I'm actually just going to tick down here. Just cast a Spirit Guide. I don't particularly want to cast a Lord because it pumps theirs. So I'm just going to name Aether Vial. Actually, I'm going to name Mutavault. I don't care about Aether Vial. I'll play a monkey. They have 1 card. If they play any creature, I can just kill it. Their Mutavaults are shut off now. Yeah, that doesn't matter too much. Just kill that. Let's actually just Tef here. Just bounce the Copter. Then I get to uptick the Tybalt. Uptick the Tybalt. Play Ketcheria Triumph. Again, still just not putting the Lord into play because it pumps their Lords. It's not one-sided like Master of the Pearl Trident. It's fine. Go uptick. Down tick. Like this. Oh, I should have played the Copter. It's fine. It is fine. Merfolk Trickster. I'll just counter that. Probably don't have to counter that, but... Yeah, let's just wait on second Tybalt. I thought about putting another Tybalt just to get more loyalty, but doesn't really matter too much. Play this. Play this. Play this. And attack. Alright, we'll be going to game 3 shortly. Very shortly. Alright. Game number 3. All of the marbles on the line. Alright, so we're on the draw, so I want this Caverns. They showed me Needle, so I think I want this as well. It's interesting to figure out what I want to sideboard here. What I want to cut. I wonder if Mystical Dispute is just not that great. It's good at fighting over Force of Negation. But I have Teferi anyways. I could shave the Restoration because I'm adding in a land as well. Maybe shave one Dispute. The problem with drawing a bunch of disputes on the draw is if they have Aether Vial and just like a couple hate permanents, your disputes aren't very good. I actually wonder if I should just have Force of Negation on the draw instead of Dispute, just because of Pithing Needle and Aether Vial, but I have 4 Wear Tears, so I think I'm going to do this. Let's see how that goes. I think this is good. Opponent mulligans to 6. This deck mulligans well enough that I think I'm willing to ship this one-lander. Yeah, this is a little bit better. Not a ton better, but it is a keep. Hoping for no Vial here. Alright, no Vial is good. They play Lord. I think I'm going to fight over it. I think this is worth fighting over. I do have to get a Hallowed Fountain here because I need white mana. But I think it's worth it. Is there any chance I want to cycle that? I don't think so. I think I just want to hit all my land drops. See what they do here. Master of the Pearl Trident. That's fine. So we have to be a little bit weary about Commandeer. Trying to think if I want to play her on Commandeer. It's kind of tough. Like, they're going to have Commandeer the entire game, you know? I don't really want to fire Spout here. I think I'm just going to jam. They have Force, I don't particularly care. Yeah, I'm just going to jam. They have Force, that's obviously fine. Commandeer is the only, like, truly disaster scenario. Alright, Force is fine. I don't care about that. Okay. Now it's going to say go with Force up. Another Fire Spout. I think I'm actually down to just cast that. If they want to fight over it, that's fine. I have another one anyways. I feel like they have a Trickster here. But I kind of want them to commit more to the board. Like, if I just say go with Violent Outburst, I would want to Outburst now while they only have one card in hand and are basically tapped out. But then they have 4 power in play. If they have a Lord, they can just kill Tybalt. Whereas now I can maybe get them to commit more to the board before I play the second Fire Spout. Oh, that's good too. Now I can see what their last card is. Decide if I want to fight. They have a Trickster. It's fine. So I can just jam Tybalt. Yeah. Jam Tybalt to go up to 7. Even if they draw a Lord, they can't kill the Tybalt because they can only deal 6 damage to it. And then next turn I can cast Fire Spout. It's a little dicey that I'm at 9, but I think it's still okay. They have no cards. If they draw a Lord, they have to play it, and then we just get the Fire Spout them at 3. They have nothing. So, should be fine. Alright, they're just Lyrising, which is more than fine. So I assume they're attacking me, right? Yeah, they have to ignore Tybalt at this point. So now we can uptick. We hit a Pithing Needle, which is not bad. So I can attack first. And we know they can't really have anything for the Fire Spout because one of their cards is Lyris. So now we get to Fire Spout. And then cast the Valki. They have Spell Pierce, I'll pay. And I can either take Lyris or just ignore it. Alright, I'll take Lyris. They're going to dismember. Worst case scenario, they draw a land and get to go Lyris thing, but then I just ult Tybalt, Fire Spout again. Yeah, that's fine. So they are going to cast Lyris, which is fine. Even if they drew exactly Pithing Needle, we can just Teferi bounce it. Alright, let's go Teferi first. Just to make sure that there's no funny business. We can ult. Okay, they've had enough. Yeah, so basically I was going to ult and cast Fire Spout. Yeah, I mean, you know, it was just kind of a moot point at that. So yeah, we finished 6-2, ended up losing to a mirror match, to Spider Space, very good player, and then we also lost to Elves. I think the Elves match, I wish I could go back. I probably kept kept the bad hand game too, kind of got a little bit confident in the matchup and just kept a hand that I shouldn't have, but yeah, overall, great performance. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video because this is probably the last time that you're going to ever see content like this. I don't think this deck in its current form is going to be able to be played after the announcement coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm probably going to post this video Monday or Tuesday, but yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.